You're listening to Stories to Create with your host, Cornell Bunting. Author, motivational speaker, and founder of ES Each Episode. Cornell sits down with inspiring voices to uncover the stories that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired. The show starts now.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here in ES Club. It's a new year, 2024, our first show back in the new year. I am so excited. Listen, I have a young lady here right now who is the Rotary Club president. She's also the COO at Platerate, also Chinese adjunct professor at National American University. What is happening right now, people? Listen, without further ado, help me welcome Priya Ahluwalia. Did I say it good?
That's correct. You got it.
This is good. How are you?
Thank you for having me here.
Oh my goodness,
I'm
you're
great.
welcome.
Great.
This is good. I gotta say, I was checking you out outside of America, back in India.
Mm-hmm.
The attire. Oh my goodness. You have some. Who pick your attire? What does that process look like? How do you pick like what clothes you're gonna wear for the occasions?
I think it's a process, you know. I consult with my mother, my sister, my husband. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? You know, how are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
And then we do some dress rehearsals,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when we were able to pick that outfit.
Ah, that is amazing right there. So, how long has it been since you've been back to India?
8 years.
Wow.
8 long years.
That's a minute ago. Listen, I want to apologize for all you guys in India that have not seen her for 8 years.
A lot changed, let me tell you. When I left India, all my friends, including myself, we were all single.
Okay.
Now, when I went back, all of us were married.
Wow.
And they all had at least one kid. And I
Okay.
was like, wow, so much has changed in the last 8 years.
That's amazing. That is amazing. So, what we do on our show with our guests, for our listeners, because I love you guys so much, we take our guests back. So we want you to take our listeners back to the early years of Priya, like before all these wonderful things that you're doing right now. School.
Mm-hmm.
Where was you born? Where did you grow up?
I was born in India, capital Delhi.
Delhi. Okay.
And an absolutely fantastic place, And if you don't know, Delhi is the size of Houston.
Huge.
But in population, it's about 30 million people.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's very dense, and it's just a beautiful place. Delhi has gone through so many different, rulers in the past. It's like peeling an onion.
Yeah.
You peel each layer of Delhi, you will see different layers of history. And that's just beautiful.
Wow. That is amazing. So you went to school, school in Delhi.
I did my high school in Delhi, got my undergrad in business, and I got my first master's in English language and literature in Delhi.
Wow.
And then one day I told my parents I wanted to see the world.
Yeah?
So I moved to China.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She didn't even pick up America first. You picked China.
Yes, I picked China because I wanted to learn Chinese language.
Okay.
And learn more about the Chinese culture.
Okay.
So not many people know that, growing up in India, you're already like a multilingual.
Oh, okay.
And Hindi is not the national language.
Oh, it's not?
It's not.
What?
India has about 15 national languages.
Oh, my goodness.
Hindi is one of them.
Okay.
And only spoken in certain parts of northern India.
Okay.
But then you do have some dialects.
Okay.
India has over 1,600 dialects.
What? Wow.
So when I was growing up, I grew up speaking Hindi.
Okay.
English is India's second language.
Okay.
And I also was speaking Punjabi.
Punjabi.
Because my grandmother was from a province, Punjab.
Okay.
And she would speak with us in Punjabi.
Wow.
And then in India, when you were in your school in the 5th grade and 6th grade, you were asked to choose a foreign language. So at that time, I chose French.
Okay.
So, growing up there and going through school life, you already like speaking 3 or 4 languages.
Right.
So I wanted to learn Chinese.
Oh,
and I thought the best way to learn a language is to fully immerse yourself in that culture.
Right.
And that's why I picked Beijing.
Wow. Okay.
So I was in Beijing for about 4 years. And
what was that like? Like, you leaving from India to China, because it's a whole different culture. What was that like?
To be honest, I really had an amazing time. I still miss that time because it was the first time where I was interacting with people from all around the world.
Right.
So I was studying at Beijing Language and Culture University.
Okay.
And until then, I had never heard about some places.
Right.
Like I was meeting people from Chile.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Where is that on the map? And it was just a beautiful experience because, each one of us was from a different country.
Right.
So we all brought different cultures, our languages, our food.
Right.
And that's when I got to try some amazing stuff.
Wow. That is awesome. So you also attend school in China?
Yes, I went there just to study Chinese. I was there for 4 years and I was studying Chinese. And in 2013, I thought, okay, I now want to see a different part of the world.
Right.
So I applied at SF State.
Okay.
San Francisco State University for my second master's in Chinese language and literature.
Wow.
And I was accepted.
Okay.
So it's been 10 years in this country. I came to the US 10 years ago.
Okay. Wow. What was that? So, because you were already experiencing a diversity of individuals in China, when you got to America, did you have to adjust any or?
Adjustment was a lot, actually a lot of adjustment, especially in terms of the weather. Everything is different here. It's in Fahrenheit and I was used to Celsius. Going and buying something, the weight is different. You guys use pounds. I was used to kilos. So learning even the basic thing, and the driving part.
Oh.
In India, it's the other way around. I was used to learning how to drive manual.
Okay.
And it is automatic over here, right? So those basic things, but it was an easy adjustment.
Okay.
Just because, like you said, I was already used to living in India and then China.
Right.
So San Francisco wasn't hard.
Okay.
And then SF is a beautiful university. It's actually fantastic, people from all around the world. And got to meet some amazing people. We're still friends.
Wow.
That's the one thing, I really like to stay in touch with people.
Yeah.
So my friends from India, China, San Francisco, I'm in touch with them. I'm still in touch with them.
So I'm curious to find out, what kind of a student were you in school?
Okay, in school, I was a bad student. I wasn't actually a good student, no. A lot of people say, I want to relive my childhood memories. I want to go back to school. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Oh, man.
My parents were called to school almost every week because I was involved in some sort of mischief. Yes.
You was a rebel.
I was. I think the thing is, I never believed in the concept of permission.
I see.
India is a place where you are literally taught. And on the one hand, you are taught, you come in this world alone, you will leave the world alone.
Alone, right.
But for some reason, every single decision in your life, you have to take permission from everyone.
Right.
And I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
On one hand, you say it's my life.
Right.
But on the other hand, if I want to learn something or go anywhere, I need to take everyone's permission.
Right.
And that's the reason that got me into trouble.
Oh, you didn't like take and telling.
No. And of course, it's not like, I made some crazy mistakes. So one time, I can tell I got my test result. And I scored 9 out of 20. It was bad. So I just signed my own report card.
You did?
Yeah, I did. And my father asked me, he's like, why did you do that? And I was like, it's my report card. I reviewed it.
Right. You made an executive decision.
I did.
Wow.
And then one time I decided that for the first time I was introduced to Disney I was reading a book. I was in 7th grade. And it was the first time I'd learned about Disneyland and Disney World. And I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to Disney World.
Right.
So I took my dad's checkbook. I went to the bank. Am I like an 11-year-old?
Yes.
Takes dad's checkbook. And the amount I wrote was equivalent to $1 million.
What?
And I was like, I would like to cash this money. and go and cash this check and go to Disney World.
Oh my goodness.
And they're like, okay, we're going to cash this check. Wait a few minutes. And they called my father. And my dad was like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, what?
And I'm like, but I want to go to Disney World. He's like, we're going to take you and let us know.
Yeah.
So I realized, I'm a very independent person. And I realized that a long time ago.
Okay. Wow. You make executive decision at a very young age.
Yes, I did.
You did.
And of course, it didn't serve me well back then. It would always land me in trouble.
Yeah. Wow. You was a serious... I didn't see that coming. I did not see the rebel coming.
I know. When I
all.
tell people that, they're like, we can't believe it. And I'm like, well, that's the truth.
Wow.
And I have a younger sister, and she was the obedient one.
Okay.
So she would come back to, at home, and she's like, man, my sister did one more thing again today. And I have to hear from my classmates, hey, your sister's doing A, B, and C.
Oh, man.
And I was like, well, tell your friends. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah. You didn't really care.
I did not, no. And I was not a good student either. As in, I wasn't into studies when I was in school.
Okay.
I'm not sure if many people know how the education system works in India. It's like what my parents studied. Mm-hmm. I studied the same exact thing. Oh. My sister studied the same exact thing. And now my nieces and nephews are studying the same exact thing. Wow. The syllabus hasn't changed.
What?
It's the same history, geography, biology, physics, chemistry. And I was into history and languages from a very, very early age, I can remember. So I was like, I don't want to be a maths professor. I don't want to study maths.
Right.
But they're like, you have to study to pass. Because everything is in India, your life depends on your high school results.
Wow.
It's they don't care you like the subject or not. You have to study, you have to pass. Right. So I did pass, but not with happiness. Right. But then I was like, I want to now study what I want to study. Right. And that's why I chose Chinese.
Wow. So the level of living in India is all on how you perform in school.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You can't get into college without having 90 percentage in your high school.
Wow.
It's tough. It's tough competition. Imagine 1.4 billion people living in India right now.
Right.
And every year, they only limited amount of seats in college, right? Mm-hmm. But there are so many different, so many people applying for the same seat.
Right.
So competition is really, really high.
Wow. So it's not really safe to say that poverty is really on the people that are in poverty.
I would say when it comes to education, I have seen people who have come from nowhere and have gone to become something really exceptional. It's all based upon how you perform in your high school and then which college you get into. Right.
Wow, that is amazing.
So I knew that I don't want to study forever in India just because otherwise I will be doing exactly what everyone else is doing.
Right.
I want to do something different.
You didn't want to be a part of the norm.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that. So you're in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Did you get a job in San Francisco?
I did. So just backtrack a little bit. Mm-hmm. While I was, studying Chinese, I was also teaching. Uh-huh. So it's been almost 15 years. My first job was as a teacher for Chinese language.
Okay.
And when I came to San Francisco, I became an intern at City and County of San Francisco.
Right.
Because San Francisco attracts a lot of people from southern part of China and Taiwan.
Right.
And I was working there as an intern, and my job was to translate issues and complaints from Chinese to English and forward that to a representative and then get their answers in English and then translate them back into Chinese and pass it on to the people.
Wow. That is amazing. Man. So, San Francisco, when did Florida happen?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every young person carries a story of hope, of struggle, of dreams waiting to rise. But in too many underserved communities, those stories go unheard.
At Ease Inc., everyone has a story. We believe every voice deserves a chance. Through mentorship, empowering programs, and storytelling workshops, we help you discover their purpose, strengthen their mindset, and build a future they can be proud
From classrooms in Jamaica to communities across Southwest Florida.
He has his changing lives,
One story at a time.
but we can't do it alone. Join us, become a mentor, volunteer, donate, help us fuel the next generation of leaders, creators, and change makers.
Visit ahazink.org today. Because when you help a young person share their story, you help them change their world.
For it to happen very late, that just...
So let's not come to Florida yet, because it almost sounds like, so you met your husband in San Francisco.
Yes, and it was an interesting meeting, actually. 2013, I moved to San Francisco. In 2014, I had just applied for an internship position at the nonprofit. And I still remember October of 2014, I received a phone call.
Yeah.
And the person on the other side was like, hey, I like your resume. We can meet. And I'm like, right now?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, right now. It's like 8:30 p.m. So we meet at the Westfield Mall.
Wow.
It's now shut down. Very sad about that.
Yeah.
So we meet and we instantly became like good friends. You know? There was some sort of connection there. And then I didn't hear back from him for 5 months. I'm like, maybe the interview was really bad or something.
Yeah.
And then I heard back from my husband's name is Mohit.
Mohit, yeah.
And then I heard back from him in January of 2015.
What?
And after almost 5 months,
Right,
and he's
right.
like, hey, just to let you know, I don't think we're a great fit for the position. I was like, okay, it took you 5 months to tell me that. And
Come on, Mo.
yeah. But he's like, I think we can be great friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think so too. So we became really good friends. We were meeting almost every single day.
Wow.
And then he comes to me. He's like, by the way, I'm planning to get married.
Uh-huh.
And I'm on this Indian matrimonial website.
Okay.
So could you please help me find the right person for me?
What?
And I was like, oh, absolutely. I will do that. For some reason, like I'm really good with people, understanding their personalities. So every morning he will send me some profiles.
Yeah.
And I will look through it and say, okay, yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Then he will go out on dates and we will dissect those dates into, okay, if this person is good for him to get married to. And all that went for about 4 or 5 months.
What?
And one day this girl said to him, you talk to her more than you talk to any one of us. Don't you think there's some connection there?
Right.
And he said that to me. I'm like, no, I will never date my best friend. Because if something goes wrong, I will lose my friendship.
Right,
so I was very fixated on that.
Right.
I have my principles. I'm never going to date my best friend.
Right.
And then something unexpected happened. So June 2015, I was supposed to graduate from SF State. And my plan was very simple. I would go back to India.
Right.
And from there, I will start my 12-year journey. 12-year journey from traveling 12 different countries and writing a book.
Wow.
So I had already said bye to everyone.
Right.
And then 2 days before my graduation ceremony, our professor calls entire class. And he said, oh, sorry to let you know you can't graduate because you did not take this elective. And somehow we had missed it to communicate to our professor. So you have to come back again in Jan 2016.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay, I'll come back for 6 months and that's fine.
Yeah.
So I go back to India for 5 months. And then Mohit calls me and he's like, hey, I'm coming for my cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
I'm like, perfect. I'll be a tour guide. I'm going to show you Delhi and Agra.
Yeah.
So he comes and my father sees us together and he's like, why don't you guys date each other? And I'm like, please, that's not happening. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
And then somehow that trip really changed our relationship.
Okay.
It took us to the next level.
Yeah.
And then a month after, I was flying back to San Francisco to complete my course. And then before you know it, we were living together.
Wow.
And then at that time, I was studying and also teaching at University of San Francisco. I was teaching Hindi.
Okay.
And May of 2016, he knocked on the door and he came with a box. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, our entire team was fired. And I couldn't believe that. I'm like, maybe you were just joking. You're like, no, that's what the box in America means, that you have to bring your stuff from the office.
Oh, so he got fired.
Yeah, he got fired.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So it took him 5.5 months to find what he was looking for.
Wow.
And what he found was his position in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Wow.
And my first question to him was like, wait, where? Is this part of America?
Yeah.
So he opens the map and he shows me, okay, this is part of America. And that same day, I got an opportunity to be an adjunct professor at University of San Francisco.
Mhm.
I said no to that, and I
Okay.
moved with him to Rapid City, South Dakota.
Wow.
It was a different world,
Yeah.
for sure. The people were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
We moved the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We had nothing in our small apartment. And the
Mhm.
neighbor knocked on the door, and they were like, "Hey, I see there's nothing in the kitchen. Why don't you come for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wow, did you just invite us for Thanksgiving dinner?"
Right.
And Mohit was like, "Well, that's the Midwest hospitality. People are
Yeah.
just amazing here."
Right.
But it was challenging for me there because there was no school, no university there that had any foreign language program.
Wow.
So I literally sat at home without a job for
Yeah.
about 4.5, 5 months.
Okay.
And I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And even though I was like not doing anything, I still tried to make it a point to at least do some sort of online teaching.
Right. Right.
But that was in odd hours, at like 3:30 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
And it was tough.
Yeah.
And then one day I heard that the mayor at that time of Rapid City was promoting entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, I have an undergrad in business.
Right.
I just showed up.
Yeah.
And I said, I will do anything
Yeah.
for free. I just don't want to be sitting at home.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, we'll let you know. And then the first job I took there was actually at a call center.
Okay.
It was a big shift, coming
Mhm.
from having like 3 or 4 years of educational
Right.
career
Right.
and now sitting at a call center. And I think it was important
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Because up until that time, I never understood what goes on the other side when we are calling and complaining.
Right. Right.
We are
Right.
calling with all the aggression and
Yes.
anger, right?
Yes.
But we never understand, hey, the person on the other side is just listening to you. They have
Right.
nothing to do with solving your problem.
Right.
So that made me way more compassionate towards,
Mm-hmm.
and since that point, I've never called in anger to anyone.
That's awesome.
Because I learned that, hey,
Yeah.
these people are just like, I was one of them.
Right.
And I was just doing my job of listening to people's complaint and documenting it.
Right.
It's on the company to solve that problem and in what timeline they solve it.
Right. Right.
And I feel that it was a very important learning lesson for me.
That was beautiful. Wow.
I did that for 5 months, and then I got an opportunity at a software startup called Property Meld.
Ah.
The CEO, Ray Hespen, he had just started his startup. Now it's a beautiful, like an amazing company. I think he has taken this company from a small room to like
Right.
a whole building, and like from like nothing to almost like a multi-million-dollar company.
Right.
And I realized that I love teaching, but my true passion is entrepreneurship.
Right.
And that's when my journey in entrepreneurship really kicked off.
Okay.
I was working with Property Meld, and then one day Mohit, my husband, he got a call that tech startup weekend was happening in Rapid City, and they asked if Mohit and I could be mentors.
Wow.
And we said, absolutely, yes. So
Yeah.
one thing I learned from very early on is always to say yes. Because you
Yes.
don't know what's going to happen with
Right.
that opportunity.
Right.
Doesn't work out, it's okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
lose nothing by saying yes.
Wow.
So,
Gems.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
we showed up and we literally had a blast. Those
Yeah.
3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And that opened up our like entire world. Like, so what's out there?
Right.
All these ideas,
Yeah.
meeting these people, and that's what led to us starting our own venture capital firm, Moalu Ventures.
Okay.
We started that in 2017,
Okay.
and since then we have partnered with various startups in food tech, education technology, electrical motorcycle,
Wow.
and it's just been a fantastic journey.
That is amazing.
And that's the year we got married, 2017.
2017. Okay.
Yes. And it's a story. We had booked everything for U.S. Virgin Islands
Okay.
on September 1st. I
Yeah.
made the full payment, and
Yeah.
September 2nd or 3rd, Hurricane Irma hit.
Oh.
And the entire place that we had booked for is just wiped out.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
And so whatever money we had left, we went to Vegas.
Okay.
We had a beautiful wedding, just the two of us.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Okay.
And this was long time before COVID, when the broadcasting wasn't
Right.
popular. We
Yeah.
broadcasted our wedding the whole family and friends around the world.
Wow.
Because I never wanted to marry in a traditional setting.
Right.
Because a 7-day affair in India
Oh.
Literally, 7-day thing where I think everyone except the bride and groom enjoys.
Oh my goodness.
Because you're always worried about your guests.
Right,
So
right,
you
right.
forget to like enjoy yourself.
Right,
And I was
right.
like, I want to have fun at my own wedding.
Yes.
It was simple.
Yeah.
20 minutes in and out of the chapel.
Right.
And then we went to this amazing steakhouse restaurant. And at night we played some poker.
Okay.
So it was exactly how we wanted.
That's good.
We enjoyed. That was the most important thing for us.
Wow.
So we were in South Dakota for over a year and a half. And then we thought, okay, our journey is okay. It's going to end here because we weren't growing. Because
Right.
what ended up happening was all our friends were all the age of over 55.
Wow.
Just because people
So
who
you
had...
guys were the youngest.
And the reason was because most of the people who were like our age, they had
Right.
kids.
Oh.
So they could not meet us whenever, we wanted. It
Right.
was just difficult.
Yeah.
So we moved to New York City.
Oh.
So we were in Hell's Kitchen, literally 2 blocks from Times Square for 3 years.
Wow.
And New York City is my favorite place in the whole world. I
Awesome.
absolutely love it. The
Awesome.
energy is
Yeah.
just incredible. It's like the entire world comes and meets you at this one place.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like you're walking and you see people from all around.
Yeah.
The food, and you hear all these languages. It like really stimulates your mind.
Right.
So that's what was happening. And then I joined this company called CPIC Global.
Right.
I became the VP of Operations.
Okay.
And Mohit joined Deloitte.
Okay.
He works as a senior manager there.
Okay.
And we were having a great time walking to work. And I
Yeah.
was also teaching in the evening.
Okay.
I was teaching Chinese and Hindi.
Yeah.
Well, and so morning I would go to work. And the evening I would teach and go get home by like 9 o'clock.
9 at night.
9, yeah.
Wow.
It was tough, but we were having a great time.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit.
Right.
And everything just, stopped.
Yeah. Everything stopped.
And that's the
with
year
COVID.
we were supposed to go back to India.
Oh.
Our flights
okay.
were booked. My sister was getting married.
Right.
But then India, the world, what happened.
Right.
So we were just like juggling, having our meetings in that one tiny apartment. Like
Wow.
this room is what our entire apartment was.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
And, deciding who takes a dining table for
Yeah.
their meeting.
Right.
So we thought maybe it's a time we move
Yeah.
on and go to a different place.
Right.
And Mohit and I always wanted to come to Florida.
Yeah.
Just because, he went to UF.
Okay.
So he had a strong attachment to Florida.
Right.
And then October of 2020, both our companies said, hey, you can work remotely.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, this is our chance.
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of different places online. We couldn't travel. So we were
Okay.
just seeing everything online. And then nothing was really clicking
Right.
until we saw Babcock Ranch.
Ah, that was beautiful.
So one video Mohit showed me, and I was like, what is this place?
Yeah.
This is a place I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It's that community vibe, people walking, kids fishing, biking, pickleball, like a true sense of community.
Right. Right.
And that's the place we really want to move, I said to him. And then we signed the contract, sight unseen.
Yeah.
Like we never came here. The day we arrived and saw Babcock Ranch was the day we were closing the house.
Wow.
So
you didn't even get to see the house before?
no,
Nothing. Oh,
Everything
my
was
goodness.
done online.
Yeah.
And through the video chat with our realtor.
Right.
And the best decision we ever made.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Wow. So now you've finally transitioned into a place where you guys now experiencing community. What was the feel for both you guys? Like, because you both work remote.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like now trying to interact with the community?
So we both work remotely, and currently I wear a bunch of hats.
Okay.
I still work for the company that I
Right.
was working for.
Mm-hmm.
I also teach. I teach Chinese and Hindi to U.S. military,
Right.
and I'm also handling a venture firm.
Right.
And within that, I'm working with various different startups.
Right.
And I'm also part of Rotary.
You the president.
I think all of us have, in our
Yes,
club, we are
yes.
playing some sort of role
Right,
and
yes.
making sure we do something good for humanity.
Yes. Yes.
And it's been a beautiful journey. And I
Yes.
think it was a perfect platform as the place is growing,
Right.
Babcock Ranch. I feel
Right.
a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
And when I came to Babcock, I was like, I was used to in New York going out with my friends, doing all these activities
Right.
every single day. So I thought maybe I can start some social group.
Okay.
And I just put a feeler out there to see anyone that's interested.
Right.
And it's been 2 years, and now there are 2,600 people part of it.
Wow.
And we do events every single day.
Yes.
From sip and paint to painting a scarf to talking about travel and culture.
Yeah.
To dancing, you name it. We do everything. It's all about bringing people together.
Yes.
I truly enjoyed that.
Wow. Community.
You
guys really do community out there.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. So what was in this time, like when everything was going on, what was the relationship like with your parents? Like, was you guys getting a chance to still talk with them? And
yeah. So even though, my parents visited, I saw them for the first time and after 6 years in 2021.
Right.
When we just bought the house, 6 months later they arrived.
Right. Oh, they came.
They came, yeah. And it had been 6 months, but we had never lost touch. I would speak with them every other day.
Beautiful.
I have a younger sister. I'm still in touch with her. We speak almost every other day. Yeah.
Wow, that is good.
And then my parents were there for about a month. And then 2022, my husband and I, we went to London to see my sister and brother-in-law.
Okay.
They lived there. And then last year, my mom visited for a month.
Right.
And now we went to India.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, who's the chef in the family?
Wow. It's so when it comes to if you're talking about my parents,
right?
I think both my parents are amazing cooks.
Okay.
So my mom is vegetarian.
Okay.
So she will not touch even meat. But my dad is who has taught me how to make all those amazing, delicious non-vegetarian items.
Wow. So out of you and your husband, you're the chef.
My husband doesn't know anything. He can't even. He tries to make coffee, but it's always bitter.
Whoa! What? That's right.
I'll tell you how much he cooks. Okay,
yeah.
We were having our friends over one time, and I was preparing all these dishes.
Yeah.
And I asked him for one job.
Yeah.
Can you please turn on the oven? He said, "Okay, done."
Yeah.
He turns it on.
Yeah.
And I prepared my dish. I'm out, and I open the oven. It's cold. I'm like, what? He turned it on. I'm like. He's like, oh, I press a light button. I'm like, light button is not turning the oven on.
You turned the light.
And he heard the light button means the oven is on.
Oh,
I'm like, oh my God, okay.
Wow.
So that's the level of cooking.
Okay, wow. In India, because you guys have some really unique dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always tried to understand, do you guys saute like your stuff from the day before that you prepare the next day, or is just right on spot? On
the spot.
Okay.
The concept of freezing your food was so foreign to me when I came to the U.S. I never heard that. Right. I'm like, why would you put your food in the freezer?
Right.
In the Indian kitchen, the freezer will have only 3 items. Ice, ice cream, and the ice pack. That's all. That's it.
Wow.
So when my parents, even in our fridge, in our house, I don't have any food in the freezer.
Okay.
Maybe because I was not used to eating frozen food, I can't eat it.
That's awesome.
So everything has to be made fresh.
Okay.
And for example, if you're going to make a dish and it's left over, tomorrow, the next day, you're going to use it for something else.
Right.
But you're going to finish it.
Yeah. Wow. That is awesome. What's your favorite dish?
It's tough. A lot of people think that India is just, one country, one culture, one food. That's not it.
Right.
Each state has its own language, own culture, own food.
Wow.
Growing up in Delhi, I'm more used to eating the northern Punjabi food.
Okay.
I love butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken is my favorite dish. And I love street food.
Okay, so because you just hit us with a dish here that I've never heard of. So butter chicken. What does that consist of?
So the gravy is made with onion, garlic, ginger, tomatoes, and cashew paste.
Wow.
And you add some pretty basic spices like, your salt, your Indian chili, Indian red chili, and the dried fenugreek leaf, and some of the cream.
Okay.
And you cook it, and the curry becomes really creamy because of the cashew paste.
Okay.
It becomes velvety.
Right.
And then traditionally, you will have a tandoori chicken pieces that's going to break it. But here you can just, grill it in your oven and put it, and it is delicious.
Ooh, you So you pour the sauce on the chicken after you grill the chicken.
And you just cook it for about 5 minutes. So the
Okay.
sauce and the chicken become like one.
Wow. Oh, see, now I got to try that out. That sounds like a dish right there. So you took on the role of president for the Rotary Club in
At
Babcock
Babcock,
Ranch.
yes.
What does that look like? What does that entail? Like, you have a lot of people that you have to work with.
Yeah, so it's an interesting journey. So last year, around on Earth Day, I saw this booth in Babcock Ranch, Founder Square, Babcock Ranch, and this
Right.
couple were talking about Rotary.
Yes.
And I had a very vivid memory, like from my past. When I was 5 years old, not many people knew until that point, my last polio dose was given to me by Rotarians.
Wow.
So if people don't know, eradicating polio is Rotary's biggest mission.
Right.
And in the early 80s, Rotary took it upon itself to make sure that they eradicate polio, and they would go country to country, set up camps,
Right.
and give polio drops to kids.
Wow.
So I still remember, like it was my last dose I was supposed to go, and I refused to get my polio dose. I was like, oh, no, absolutely not. And this woman, not from India, she was from somewhere else. She must have come on this polio mission.
Right.
And she was the one, I remember how she comforted me.
Right.
She told me the importance of why I need those 2 drops.
Yeah.
She gave me those 2 drops, and I am thankful that, a lady who I didn't know, she didn't know me, she took out the time from her life to travel all the way to Delhi at that time,
Right.
able to have 5-10 minutes conversation with me, comfort me, and then change my life. So when I was given the opportunity last year to join Rotary, I immediately said yes.
Right.
As someone 25 years ago had changed my life, now it is my time.
Yeah.
So our club was chartered last year in May of 2023. And since then, we've had about 35 members join our club.
Awesome.
And we have done some amazing projects locally and internationally.
Wow. That's amazing. Because you do have quite a bit of chapters around Florida as well.
So our district, we are part of District 6960. It goes from Bradenton to Marco Island.
Right.
Just in that district, we have 54 clubs.
Wow.
About 2,500 members.
Wow. It almost sounds like every city have their own club, huh?
Exactly. Fort Myers has 4.
Fort Myers have 4?
Yeah, Fort Myers Sunrise, Fort Myers East, and one more. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Oh, man. So with the interactions that you have with the community, because you have this passion for people, what has been your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge has been, see, in your life, wherever you live, you're going to meet good people and some not so good people.
Right.
Understanding that, hey, you cannot change someone else's behavior.
Right.
But what you can do is look at how you react.
Right.
When I say something to you, you can take that pause, think, and choose if you want to react or not.
Right.
And that's something my father taught me.
Beautiful.
You don't have to react to everything.
Wow.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
So since we have been in Babcock Ranch, there have been some instances where I had the option to react or not. Yeah. And I just chose not to because if I don't react, you cannot say anything after that.
This is true.
If I feed to something, then that's how the chain will start.
Right.
And I don't like to do that.
So that's beautiful. If only a lot of us are like that. That is amazing right there. That's a beautiful trait. If a little girl come to you and just say to you, I want to become a multi-language, like I want to speak a bunch of different language, but I don't know where to start, what would you say to her?
And I will say to her, hey, no matter you want to learn 2 languages or 20, everything is doable.
Yes.
You can start right now. There are so many online options.
Right.
You can start from there.
Right.
Pick up a language, master that, and move on to the next one. And if you have the means, try to go to that country. If I could have learned Chinese living in India, India had so many different foreign language, centers.
Right.
But I really think it was important that I went to China because learning language is one thing.
Right.
But learning about their culture, immersing yourself in that particular environment really changes your entire perspective about the place.
Wow. You growing up born in India, grew up in India, which language would you say is the easiest one for you that you caught on to real quick?
I mean, I would say Hindi because that's the one thing I learned first language, yeah.
So Chinese was really hard?
It wasn't hard, actually, no.
Okay.
French was hard for me.
Okay.
Oh my God, yes.
So you know, what, 6 to 7 language?
Right now I know 5.
5?
Yes. I know Hindi, Punjabi, English, Chinese, and Chinese mean Mandarin.
Right.
And then a little bit of Japanese. And I'm learning Japanese just because I want to go to Japan to meet a chef.
Wow.
And he doesn't speak English.
Oh.
So I want to make sure when I go there, I can communicate with him.
You see how dedicated she is? This is amazing.
I'm a foodie.
People.
I'm a big
You are
time foodie.
foodie,
Yeah.
Wow. How do you say, hello people, how you guys doing in Chinese?
你们好,你们好吗?
Wow. 你们好,你们好吗?
你们 is used for like more than one person.
Okay.
You all, that's why. If I just had you, 你好,你好吗?
Oh, wow. I just learned some Chinese. This is good. So, with all this that you're doing right now, how much of engagement your husband have as what you have? Does he try to match your energy or?
I mean, his job is pretty challenging.
Okay.
Very challenging in terms of like number of hours that he has to devote.
He does a lot.
He does a lot. So right now when it comes to a venture firm, I'm the one who's like 100% involved in that.
Okay.
Of course I do, I do consult with him on some important decisions, but day-to-day operation, I'm the one behind those.
Right.
I'm the one having all the meetings.
Okay.
And he's also part of a Rotary Club. He's a Rotarian as well.
Oh, okay.
And he really tries to match us up to make sure, wherever I have to be, he always gives me company. He's always there whenever I need him.
That's beautiful. And the beautiful thing was you guys was friends first.
Yes.
So that is awesome. I got to say, man, you're very structured and I like that. How challenging can being structured?
It can be, like I said, I'm still very independent.
Right.
Right. And I think it only worked out with my husband because he understood my personality from way before.
Right.
And I had challenges, way early on working in a team.
Right.
I struggled with that just because I felt I can do this better.
Right, right.
So when you are so independent, so structured, you have your own way of doing things.
Right.
So it took me time, and I realized that, hey, I can do everything, but in that process, I might lose friendships.
Right.
I might lose support of some people and might, that's not a good thing.
Right.
So the last couple of years, I've learned, to navigate through my own challenges, made it a point to really, work together with people.
Wow. That is amazing. Do you get a lot of challenge from teaching Chinese online?
Yes, a lot because, when I have taught over 1,000 students by now in all age groups, mostly adults, and they all have different personalities.
Right.
When you are teaching a class of, for example, 10, 20 students, each kid is different. Each student is different, the way they grasp the language, their level of understanding. So you really have to read the room.
Right.
And you need to make sure that your pace is what agrees with every single student.
Okay. Wow.
And that really, I think, was helpful. That's the reason I'm able to connect with people from all around the world, no matter what language they speak, from where they are. I think teaching so many people around the world literally made me connect with people better.
That's amazing. So you've already delved in a lot of culture and all that stuff, and you're a foodie. So which country would you like to go to try their food that you haven't gone yet?
Pakistan.
Oh.
Yes. I cannot go right now. I'm from India, but I would love to go because, I've always heard that our food are similar, but still a little different. I'm very big on the grilled stuff, the kebabs.
Yeah.
And when I was working in New York, one of my colleagues, he is Pakistani American. Yeah. And every year during Eid, his mom will send sevaiyan. Sevaiyan is this pudding, like a rice pudding, and she would add dates paste in it. I never had that because that doesn't exist in India.
Right, right.
And we don't add dates to everything.
Yeah.
And every year I would wait for Eid at that time so she can bring me that he can bring me that bowl.
Yeah.
So I would love to try the food there. Love to go to Middle East.
Okay. This is good. This is beautiful. Now you're moving into a year that inclusion is huge. The awareness of individual understanding the importance of self and respecting others. How do you feel on what all that's looking like right now?
I think the year is off to a good start.
Yeah.
I just joined the diversity committee at Babcock Ranch.
Okay.
And we are having our first Black History Month event on February 3rd.
Beautiful.
I believe it's very important for us to talk about diversity.
Yes.
It's very important to share our cultures, respect, appreciate. It's okay we don't agree on stuff, which is fine, but there is no harm in just appreciating and respecting.
Right. This is very, very important. You guys hear that? Very important. So I gotta say, I'm really excited with a lot of what we've talked about, and I can say that this interview was pretty cool.
Thank you.
I'm really excited that I got a chance to talk to you and kind of get to know you some more and what that looked like with your traveling and stuff like that around, because you've been to a lot of places already. So beside Pakistan, what would be your next place that you would want to go to? Not necessarily for the food.
Tuscany.
Ooh.
So I've told my husband that the ultimate dream is to own the land and have a farm there.
Okay.
And have our own bed and breakfast.
Nice.
Just have our own wine.
Wow.
Have everything farm to table.
That's amazing.
Where people can come not just to stay, but for actually experience a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like imagine, if you come to our bed and breakfast there, you wake up in the morning, you get the fresh milk from our farm.
Right.
You're able to go pick your own vegetables and ask the chef to make your breakfast from those vegetables.
Right.
Pizza classes along with wine pairing, where you decide the ingredients you want on your pizza.
Right.
I really enjoy that. For me, experience, I love, food, wine, drinks, experiences. And that's something is a dream. Wow. And I'm hoping in the next 10 years we can achieve that.
Well, I can tell you that with your driven self, you're definitely going to be achieving a lot of that stuff. I want to thank you for coming on the show today. You was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Listen, guys, you heard it. You heard all the stories that was created right here with the lovely Priya. Until our next episode on Stories to Create podcast right here at EOS Club.
Thanks for tuning in and downloading this episode of Stories to Create. We appreciate you being part of this growing community of storytellers and listeners. If today's conversation inspired you, please share the show with friends, family, or anyone who could use a little motivation in their journey. A special thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Organization, Cornell Bunting LLC, and Nostril Cheese Chase for supporting the mission and making this podcast possible. To learn more about our work, upcoming projects, and how you can get involved, be sure to visit www.hissinkorg and www.cornellbunting.com. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, your story has power.